Hello, gorgeous. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Give Them Lala podcast. Before we deep dive into it all, I need to remind you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and make sure you comment on this video because I love to bump gums. Thank you. Hello, gorgeous. We are back from BravoCon weekend. Before we go any further, I want to remind you that you're going to be listening to this wherever you get your podcast on Wednesdays, and the video drops on YouTube on Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Make sure that you not only watch it, you like it, you follow it. What do they call it? Subscribe.
You gotta like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Get
All
to
right.
it.
Easton, Jessica, how did we feel about BravoCon? For you, Easton, it was first BravoCon in Vegas for all of us in Vegas. Jessica's first time at the BravoCon. Thoughts?
Oh my God. I have to say, and I'm so serious when I say this, I was not expecting what it was. I thought it was going to be a lot smaller. I thought there was going to be a lot less people. It was wild. You're like, when you say you're like the Beatles at BravoCon, you're not over exaggerating.
Yeah, except there's over 150 players.
Talents.
Players.
Yeah. Players.
Yeah,
The Beatles that consist of a lot of drummers, guitarists, vocalists, 150 of us.
You know what's crazy?
Over.
When we're getting noticed as well. It was Disneyland for adults on that thing.
Oh my gosh. It was insanity.
And it was the most fun.
It was so much fun. They deep dive into everyone. They saw, Lisa. They were like, Lisa, obviously Lala's mom, Lisa. And they were like, Lisa! And it was just so fun. And you know what? The energy was amazing. There weren't I guess there were a couple weird questions in the panels where I was like, oh, that's interesting, trying to start the drama. But overall, everyone was so happy, so excited to be there.
Yeah, I was excited to be there.
How'd you feel? Your looks?
The looks.
Done.
Pulled them together night before. I will say, speaking of my mother, Lisa, so she's I wanted to get her on the pod today, but she has Ocean, and we all know how having Ocean in the studio goes. It's her ripping things down.
It's
telling us she has
With
to
the
poop
cameras.
behind the curtain. But my mom did want me to tell you all, don't laugh because she was dead ass,
What?
that she's so grateful for all of her fans.
It was so
And
sweet,
when
though.
she told me to say this on the podcast, y'all, she was dead ass.
So dead ass that she had to repeat herself to me. Easton. I'm so
She
sa-
did?
Oh, yeah.
What'd she
When we
say?
were in the airport, she was just like, I wish I could thank him. I wish I could be on the podcast to thank him. I was like,
That
oh,
is
you are
so
the greatest.
Cute.
She is the best, and let me tell you, she has all of the fans, and they're well-deserved. They're well-deserved because she's a fucking icon.
She had a line, y'all. We went to Bravo Bazaar, which is where everyone's booth is set up for merch. And she had a line to take pictures. I think you did too, TT.
But not like Lisa B.
That's
not
kinda-
like Queen B.
No, and that's kind of crazy, though, because my mom never appears on Vanderpump Rules. Literally, it's like a quick pop-in. Not really scenes. It's a pop-in, You guys know her from the podcast, which means this podcast has gained tremendous success because of you all tuning in, listening, watching on YouTube. That's how my mama is known, is through the pod, which is pretty crazy to me.
It's
Wild.
amazing.
No, yeah.
And I'm really dying. I know I always say this, to have a full Lisa episode.
Let's do a full
I would
Lisa
like to have
episode.
a Q&A with her, too.
Oh,
where
a
they
Q&A with Lisa.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do that. Okay, so let me walk y'all through how the weekend went. So we all arrived on Thursday, okay? We get to the hotel, which is my favorite part. My favorite part is getting to the hotel because there's always a section where all of us Bravo celebrities go to get checked in, right? And they've got food and drinks, and it's just where you see everybody. No one's glammed. They've all come from Dubai or the Southern Charmers. Is that north or south? Where's Charleston?
I think that's
South.
South
That's-
Carolina.
South.
Shout
They've
out, Mindy.
East Coast, kind of.
They've come from Potomac.
I was
It's just
glad we only
amazing.
had to fly 40 minutes.
That part.
Yeah.
That was the tits.
That part. So we get there, we get into the room. I get ready because I have dinner with Erica Jane. And we go out at like 6:30. We have a wonderful time. I did get a question about like, what do you and Erica talk about when you guys hang out? Because we went out on the town a little bit and people got pictures and I think people were like, well, this is a strange pairing. You know, it makes sense, but we've never actually seen it. So people got some pictures, whatever. I'll tell you what we talk about. We talk about things like how often we trim our hair,
Mm-hmm.
how often we color it, what we look like when we go out and about in the real world. And we have a lot of things in common, but as far as like the look goes, she said to me, let me tell you something. Unless I'm going to be on camera, unless I need to get all done, I'm telling you what, it is face mask, hair mask, everything to prep my skin, keep me dewy, keep everything looking right. Unless I am on camera, that is what I do. That is what I do. And
You
I
are
was like,
so good with impressions.
and I was like, that makes me feel really good because this is what I look like on a regular basis.
Mm,
Fantastic, but
yeah.
That is so kind, Easton. Thank you. I want the skin popping. I want the hair good. We're working on the hair. Don't anyone come for me. They're going to be like, well, the hair needs a little more work. I know we're working on it. So things like that. That's what we talk about. So we go to Delilah with a big group of people. And to my surprise, Caroline Stanberry shows up, who I've never met, but always adored. She was on, I believe it was called Ladies of London. And now she's on Housewives of Dubai. She's so fabulous, so stunning. Her husband's hot. They're the cutest couple. And it was so interesting to talk to her and just the conversations about just being a woman. And I loved what she said. We were talking about men and women. And she said, when I got with my husband, he was 24 and everyone told me he's going to leave you at some point. And both she and Erica go, and so what? He's my cherry. He's not my cake. When she said that, I was like,
damn.
brilliant. We're the cake. They're just the cherry. And to be honest, I don't even like cherries that much.
Neither do I. Not even in a Shirley Temple.
Agreed. Is he younger?
He's younger and
Okay.
adores her. Just the way that he looks at her. Larsa showed up with her boyfriend Marcus. Let me tell you something. I believe his name's Sergio. That's Caroline's husband. I watched Sergio and Marcus, who's Larsa's man, get photos of us holding the light up, taking the pictures. I was like, okay, this is giving me one more thing to add to the list of wants. Get you a man who is manly as fuck, sexy as fuck, lays pipe real nice, and is willing to give his woman and her friends the moment by holding the light and taking the photo.
Right. Exactly. Preach. And Larsa seems, only because I saw a clip of her on a panel and they asked about her man, and she seems really happy. Did you get the vibe?
Larsa?
Yeah.
Oh, Larsa's happy as a little clam.
Okay, good.
How could you not be with a face and ass like that and then a man to put on your arm looking
Yeah.
like that? How could you not be?
How could you not be? When you were there and there was their partners, were you like looking at them and feeling like, oh man, I wish I had one? Or was it more like independent queen, you and Erica, just like, yeah, this is cute, but like, who needs that? You know what I'm saying?
I've always kind of been, I never feel like the third wheel.
Mm.
Like even when I go with Brock and Sheena, I think it's because I've never really had a dude that comes with me. Like with most of my relationships, they've been long distance or we do our own thing. So it's like kind of the same. I don't
Right.
think about it like that.
Makes sense.
There was one thing that happened that hit me like a bullet, not at BravoCon, but the only time that I've actually felt that way. And we'll talk about that at a later date. But no, I don't feel that way.
Okay, good.
Not at all. I kind of like just being by myself. Anyway, we do the 6:30 drinks, right? we go to Delilah and we're like gambling at first. And I'm sitting there, in full panic going, I have my glam or hair is coming at the call time for me to be ready. I have to be to the suite for day one of BravoCon at like 9:30. My hair girl, Lena, who's incredible, she also does Teresa Giudice, tells me I'll be to your room at 5:45. So I'm looking at the time. And I say to my agent, because I have one of those now, I was like, yo, dude, what are we doing? Like, are we going to go to dinner? She goes, yeah, our reservation's at 10. I about died. We didn't finish dinner until like 2 a.m., y'all.
So she called me because we didn't think she was going to do any of it. Me and Lisa, we almost had a little bet on it.
Yeah.
And she calls, and it was, I'm not kidding you, 10:02, not 10:02? I think it was like 10:02, and she called me, and she goes, we're just getting to dinner. And me and Lisa looked at each other,
Shocked.
and Lisa like started laughing, and she goes, yeah, she's probably not happy.
No, I had
you
the
had fun.
best time. It was fantastic.
You
I
just
was
had
with
to be up
incredible
early.
company. These women who inspire me, other people at the table who aren't, they're not Bravo celebrities, but they're like people who I look at and I'm like, wow, you guys are very accomplished. Like, I feel honored to be sitting at this table. And then you're just vibing. You're like talking shit, but you're talking business. It's just like a very well-rounded dinner, right?
Right.
So I was fine with that. But of course, when I see it's 2 a.m. and we're headed back to the hotel, I'm like, fuck.
You didn't look exhausted the next day. And, I'm so proud of you because I know that's hard because it is for me too. Staying up late. It's like, I don't want to go. And you could have been like, I love you guys, but I'm going to bed. And you went out, and that's amazing. Were you exhausted?
You know what's great is I think because it was day one, I had the adrenaline pumping.
Right. Sure.
So it was like, let's fucking roll.
Right.
And day one's look was very cozy.
Looking for a new way to relax and unwind? Check out Audible. Audible lets you enjoy all your audio entertainment in one app. You'll always find the best of what you love, or something new to discover. Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre, from bestsellers and new releases to celebrity memoirs, mysteries and thrillers, motivation, wellness, business, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, and here's why I love it. It's perfect when I'm driving back and forth from Palm Springs. I actually listen to my audiobook, Give Them Lala, on Audible. Very on brand, and I narrated it myself, which was so fun to do. I think I did a pretty good job, too. Here's me patting myself on the back yet again. I listened to Stassi's book, Next Level Basic, on Audible. She did a great job narrating her book. She is one of the funniest people that I have ever met. And as an Audible member, you can keep one title a month from the entire catalog, including the latest bestsellers and new releases. Members also get full access to a growing selection of included audiobooks, Audible originals, and podcasts. New members can try Audible now free for 30 days. Just visit audible.com/Lala or text Lala to 500-500. That's audible.com/Lala or text Lala to 500-500 to try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/Lala to get started. Let me share a little benefit of Peloton that you might not have realized. You can sing as loud as you want while exercising because nobody is watching or listening to you. Seriously, you don't have to worry about the person next to you in any class being completely annoyed by your off-key singing or getting a word or two wrong here and there. A Peloton bike in your house means you make the rules, and it gives you the freedom to move how you want to move. With up to $700 off your Peloton Bike Plus purchase, there's no better time to bring one home for the holidays and work out like nobody's watching. Peloton is your stage to unleash the real you. You want to try a high-intensity or low-impact ride class? You can. Or maybe hop off the bike and pivot the screen to do a bar, strength, or yoga class? You can do that too. Make yourself uncomfortable in the comfort of your own space. Free of judgment, free of inhibitions. It's a fitness entertainment mashup that'll have you singing at the top of your lungs, sweating and moving like you've never done before. And here's some truth for you. When you love your workout, you stick with it. For Peloton's best offer of the season, head to onepeloton.com/offers. All access membership separate. Visit onepeloton.com for terms and restrictions.
So let's jump to day 1, all right?
Okay.
I'm freaking killing the game, all right? Burberry head to toe, fabulous bun, which I love. I walk into the suite. Here comes freaking MJ. My main bitch, by the way. Fucking love her. She's in her leather dress look, strapless down to her ankles. She's got the high pony, red lip. She's hot, tits up to her chin. Ass for days, digging it all. I roll in. She goes, "This is what we chose for the day?" I was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" She goes, "I mean, it's fine. Tomorrow, I'm sure you'll do better." I was like, "Yo, you're a fucking bitch."
She is so funny.
She's a savage.
She makes me laugh so hard because literally, if anyone else said that to you, I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But MJ says it, I'm like,
Right? You would have
hilarious.
got a whole different reaction
Yeah.
if
Oh, no.
it was somebody else, but because it's MJ,
Yeah.
you'll let it slide.
Yeah.
No, she's the only one.
Cut to day 3. Cut to day 3, which I'm also decked in Burberry, but like Barbie, workout Barbie. I look like a bitch that's gonna actually go work out at the sunset equinox.
right.
You know? I
Right.
saw Sandoval and he goes, "You literally look like the girls that go to Equinox on sunset." I was
I could
like,
agree.
"You're joking, right?"
Oh, God.
So that day, MJ rolls up on me and goes, "By the way, this is the best." What did she say, Jess? Remind me. You were there.
What this is
Do you remember?
when we were backstage and she came up?
Yeah, what did she
This is
say
the
to
only.
me? She goes,
I
"This
don't-
was your only good look."
Yeah.
Is that what she
She goes,
said?
"I'm your friend. Everyone else lies to
That's
you."
what she said.
I did call her a "see you next Tuesday," but in a loving way. I do use that word. I won't use it on the pod. But I was just like, this is MJ. Like, this is my main bitch.
Right.
And this is why I have a giant head. Because if I didn't, things like what she said would put me in the grave.
Right.
I'd be sobbing.
Right.
So you're telling me this is the only day I look good and I've seen thousands of people?
Right.
Great.
There's something about her and I think Jeff Lewis that they could say whatever. I like when I see you guys interact and you guys just like give each other shit and it's all in good fun and it's very funny and lighthearted.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I had a very hard time sleeping at BravoCon because I did not have Ocean. She's been sleeping in my bed, which is not great. I know I need to cut it, but at the same time, it's like I don't have a man or a husband or whatever you call it to be sleeping next to, so might as well sleep with my kid if she wants to. That part was rough. That night, all right, so we do BravoCon. What did we do Friday day? We had the panel. We had the Vanderpump panel,
Mm-hmm.
which got intense.
Can you
Yes.
talk about that? Because they're playing some clips.
What clips are they playing?
The one where you say, just going to be straightforward, the one where you say about Sandoval and you're like, look, I think it was an audience member who came up and said
Go
something,
away.
go away to
Yeah,
him
like
of that
if-
note.
yeah.
And you basically were like, look, he's out here, he's trudging along.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were
that
like
vibe,
he held his chin up. He still went to all of his life's concerts and
Yes.
gave it his all.
Okay.
That's what you were
Yes.
saying. Yeah.
All right.
That happened on Friday.
Yeah.
And then what?
I'm
Well-
going to be honest. At the beginning of the panel, I look at James, mic not near my mouth, and I was like, this panel's fucking boring.
Oh,
I said that. I was like, yo,
oh no.
like we
I
may
thought
have
it was
lost.
all right.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Well, thank God, because once I said that to James, that's when he rips his shirt off and starts doing a push-up contest.
Right.
Right?
Saved it
Yes.
or
You know,
escalated it for
Anytime
sure.
I
Made it great.
say, we give each other the look, like, come on. This is not us.
Game
Mhm.
time.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, these people paid money to come here and see how we are. And I'm looking around going, all y'all are being like lame as fuck. We all are. Let's pull it together. All right. So I said that to him. I see the fire in his eyes. He's like, well, that's not going to happen because he's an entertainer.
Yeah.
He does that. Then this freaking guy comes up with just such a rude fucking question. And maybe it would have slapped a few months ago. It ain't slapping anymore. It's
And
been
wha-
8 months.
What was the question? Because they're not playing it in a lot of the clips.
The question was, why, and it wasn't kind.
No,
okay?
it wasn't at all.
It was not kind. It was, why haven't you gone away already?
To
Why didn't you
Sandoval.
just disappear?
Like, why don't you get off the
Like,
show and go
Why
and
didn't
figure
you
it
get
out and
off
just
the
go
show,
away?
figure it out, and just like go away, like fall off the earth?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I was like, who the fuck are you?
Mm-hmm.
Sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
I was annoyed by it, you know? And coming from someone where it's like, I was all in when this happened. And if I'm telling everyone now, like, we're doing too much, we're doing too much. Like, there was a time where, like, the punishment was fitting the crime, right? And I even said this to Sandoval. You don't get to do something like this and then decide how people should come for you. No, you did this, and now this is the reaction. So sack up and take it. But now it's been a minute, all right? The punishment is no longer fitting the crime. And everyone was booing him every time he spoke. And to be honest, I was getting annoyed because I could barely hear on the stage. So it's like, not only is your booing affecting me now because I can't hear shit, but like I'm kind of over it altogether. Like here we are at BravoCon. And so I just said to James, I was like, to be honest, I would tell everyone to shut the fuck up if I were him.
Right.
And James goes, well, if you're going to say it to us, you need to say it out loud. And I was like, then I will.
Oh.
So I waited for my turn. Our host said, Lala, you look like you want to say something. And so I said, I just, the booing is getting annoying. I don't know that I would call it respect that I have for Sandoval, but this happened. The world hated him. He still went out, performed shows with his head held high, even though people were saying that they were horrible. Still went out like every single night to play shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he's here on this stage showing up. He showed up to the reunion and we all were going after him. Like he didn't skip a beat. He still kept showing up, right? Now here we are. And to be honest, the way he's handling it, if I were in his position, and I said it straight up to the entire audience, thousands of people, I would tell you all to go fuck yourselves. And the room was dead.
Very quiet. You could hear a pin
Actually,
drop.
some people cheered.
No,
did you
people
hear
did.
them?
It was quiet.
It
And
was
then a
quiet,
couple.
and they're like, I guess, woo.
Woohoo! All right.
But that was, it was a very honest moment. I loved it.
I agree
After
with
that,
it too.
the follow-up was a woman who said, the punishment is no longer fitting the crime. We all have to move on. I know what he did was horrible, but like we have to practice forgiveness. Then the crowd went wild.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened there.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by BetterHelp. Do you look forward to the holidays? Or like most people, do you struggle with staying upbeat around the holidays? It's more common than you may think to not be quite so cheerful and bright. This time of year can be a lot, and it's natural to feel some sadness or anxiety about it. But adding something new and positive to your life can counteract some of those feelings. Therapy can be a bright spot amid all the stress and change, something to look forward to and make you feel grounded and to give you the tools to manage everything going on. It's super convenient with BetterHelp. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable to your schedule, even during the holidays. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find your bright spot this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/GTL today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GTL.
The holiday season is here, you guys. I absolutely cannot believe it. So I have to tell you about my new obsession with Etsy. Etsy is the perfect place to find handcrafted, affordable gifts made by independent sellers. Whether you're searching for custom home pieces like cutting boards, linens, throw pillows for your favorite holiday hosts, or personalized items like purses, necklaces, Lisa will love that, and seasonal jackets for your most stylish friends and family, Etsy has it all. They also have some of the cutest stuff for kids. I've bought personalized books for some of Ocean's friends on Etsy where they include their names in the story. It's so cute. I found some really cool jewelry for my mom, and myself. And if you are a vintage lover, Etsy is your jam. So whether you need something for the home chef in your life or style pieces like rings, clutches, and seasonal jackets for the trend-setting special someone, Etsy has it all. For all budgets and any gifting mission. New to Etsy? Use the code HOLIDAY10 for 10% off your first purchase. That's code HOLIDAY10. Maximum discount value of $50. Expires December 31st, 2023. See terms at etsy.com/terms. For handcrafted and affordable gifts for everyone on your list, Etsy has it. Shop Etsy.com.
That night, we have the Bravos. I had no idea that it was the Bravos.
Yep.
I live under a rock, y'all. I just thought it was Watch What Happens Live at BravoCon because that's what they've done every year. So I'm like, we're all going to watch what happens. We get into the green room. We're waiting. I'm wearing a fabulous skin-tight Balmain dress. Fabulous, looking like a whole snack.
Mm-hmm.
The only photo, I didn't get one photo of it.
I know.
We're in there, and a woman walks in and says, have we prepared speeches just in case? And I was like, speeches for what? And she was like, just for those of you who were nominated for an award. And I was like, oh, dope. She walks out. Sheena's like, I'm nominated for my performance, Good as Gold from last year. James is like, I'm nominated for Worm with a Mustache, Best Line. And I was like, that's amazing. It's an award show.
Yeah.
And they go, you're nominated for something too.
Huh.
I was like, oh, okay, cool.
What?
And like, to be honest, I don't win any. You guys, I don't win anything. You know, nominated, yeah. Winning things though, so I was like not even worried about it. So we get to our seats. They start knocking through the awards. I think Ariana was nominated for like Chicest or something, which was the Dorit Kemsley Award.
Oh, that's fun.
So fitting.
Mm-hmm.
James wins his award. He's so cute about it. We get to Sheena's category, Candace Dillard, who's an incredible singer. She's a freaking star. I'm obsessed with her. She wins that one. A couple other awards go by. Then I guess it's my turn. I didn't know what I was nominated for.
Same.
And what was
you
it?
didn't either?
Same. No, Lala, no. What do you mean? I had no idea. You don't think you would have been like, hey, just a heads up, maybe prepare a speech?
Yeah, the Bravos are like the Oscars of this universe, right? So,
Yes.
But they kind of do it like on the big screen, how they do at the Oscars. Like they talk about who's nominated and then they show the faces. And y'all, I won't even lie. I looked up and I was like, damn, I look fucking good. And I was so honed in on just like everything that was happening. And Phaedra Parks is the one who is presenting this award. And
what's the award for?
Oh, the award is for Shadiest.
There you
The Shadiest. Who's
So good.
And I was up against like the Kenya Moores of Bravo, right?
Yeah.
They don't fuck around. Like I look like the lightest rather than the shadiest if you put me against some of the women who were nominated, right?
Mm.
So I'm admiring my fine looking self, you know, because it's a rare occasion that I get ready. So when I see myself ready, it's like, oh, you still got it. And she calls my name, which I was not expecting because, again, I always lose. And I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Because I just would rather be surprised rather than get my hopes up.
Right.
You know?
Mhm.
Some people say that's sad, but I'm just like, whatever. Don't count the chickens before they hatch. I go up there, it's a Sharky, you know, the gay shark on Watch What Happens. And I just said, like, I'm shook. Before tonight, I didn't even know I was nominated for anything, and here I am winning. So
Thank you.
thank you for voting for me.
You know what's so fun, though? Your unplanned speeches are always the best, or at least all the ones I've seen. When you just wing it, it's always the best. I can't wait to watch
you're
this, by
good.
the way.
I told people, you know, I like to think I bring the light, but apparently I bring the shade, and I will wear that as a badge of honor.
That's amazing. That's
You know?
amazing.
So I won an award, y'all.
Congratulations. I get a text from Lala in the group text that's like, hey guys, I guess I was nominated for an award and I won. And I was like, what?
Add it to the plethora of trophies in
We
the
get
office.
to put it in the office. You get an
Yeah.
actual award, you know.
I know it's going to go next to, so now I have my sobriety award. I have my
From the Brent
popcorn.
Foundation.
Yep.
The MTV.
The belt.
The belt.
Yep.
That
I've
is so amazing.
It is amazing.
No,
Congrats.
You are amazing. You are amazing, Lala. I love you.
You're the best, Easton.
This episode's going to be the one where they toot Lauren's horn all the live long day. So I wanted to say this. So if any of you guys came to my live show, the one where I had the OG of the OC, Vicky Gunvalson and Tamra Judge, we were talking about who's the nicest and the meanest housewife you've ever met. I said, I have heard that Phaedra Parks is rough, okay? I, at the Bravos, had the luxury of meeting Phaedra. She was absolutely lovely. So kind, so friendly. I totally get why, because both Tamra and Vicky said she's great. She is so nice. So I'm assuming that this is what happens. We're never allowed to have off days. You better be nice every single second of the day, because you make one wrong move, that's what you're labeled as. You get no grace. She was absolutely fantastic.
That's great.
Yes, very excited to see her back on Married to Medicine.
Good.
Yeah. What'd you guys do while I was at the Bravos? Anything cool?
What did you do? I went out to dinner and I went to a gay club.
Shoo shoo.
A gay club?
Piranhas. Yeah, it was
Piranhas?
It was called Piranhas. Piranhas. Yeah, it was there was a drag show, and you know me, I love drag shows. So
How late did you stay out?
I was actually very proud of myself. I didn't get home until 3, which is so rare. So rare.
Okay.
That's Vegas.
Okay.
Is that Friday night? Saturday night?
Friday night.
They're all running in together. Friday night.
That was Friday night.
Friday
Oh, yeah.
night. What'd you do?
I went up to the BravoCon party. Come on now.
And how was
the after
it?
party. It was good. It
Did
was
you
really
see
good.
any Bravo Lebs?
All of them.
All
Still
of
don't know
them?
a fucking one of them.
Was
though.
Andy there?
You know
Andy was there. So I was wearing like a bucket hat.
Yeah.
Like I'll wear it one of these times, but it's like furry. And Andy kept looking at me, and I was like, does he fucking know I shouldn't be here or something? And so I just walked up to him, like just to pass him. I just said, how's it going? He goes, I love your hat.
Oh,
And I
that
was
is
like, "Thank
so
you."
cute.
Yeah, but no, all the housewives. The one thing that I loved seeing, that was like everybody, because everybody's somebody there. It was so cool to see them free, if that makes sense. Because when I see them, there's usually so many fans around that they're kind of like
They've got to be on.
on a part.
Mhm.
And so when it was just them up at this party, it was so fun to see them letting go, taking selfies. All
Yeah.
the guys were doing like the holding the lights. It was just way fun. It was.
That's really fun.
I talked to Whitney and Justin
Okay,
Rose from
from-
Housewives. I
from
talked
Salt
to
Lake.
Monica. Oh, Monica.
Hot.
Whoa.
Hot. Wait, can we talk
Finer
about?
in person?
Is she finer in person?
Oh my God.
Did you get any?
A Bravo exec took her to buy Send It to Daryl.
That they did. She got even hotter.
Hotter.
Yeah.
Send
But
it
no,
to
so,
Daryl.
yeah, I chatted with her, but no, that's what I did on Friday. Was just like the whole Bravo
That's
cast
fun.
after party. But yeah, it was way fun.
Was
Honestly.
Bryn there, and did you talk to her?
I did not see Bryn.
Okay.
I saw Tamra.
Fine.
From what I was told by the Gusbins, every housewife was there. Don't ask me which ones. Don't fucking know. I'll get
That's
there.
okay. That's okay. You
I'll
know what?
get
We're
there.
working on it.
I'll
We're
get
working on it.
there.
If you like using debit over credit, don't you think it's time to also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases, plus there are no fees, period. We're talking date nights, thrifting the latest trends, nights out with your friends, and it's now earning you cash back with Discover Cashback Debit. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank. Member FDIC.
I did not go out after the Bravos. I didn't go out.
Okay.
We wrapped at 11. The reason I'm telling you this is because cut to day 2 of BravoCon. I'm in my slip dress. The little boobies are the lace. I tried to zhuzh it up and make it not so like lace dress by wearing these fabulous Alexander Wang shoes that they sent to me. Thank you so much. I'm obsessed with them. They're gorgeous. They say Wang down like the top of the foot. Just to add some like edge to the look, right? Fabulous blown out hair by Lena. And I'm doing Battle of the Sexes, which is so much fun. I love doing it. I did it last year. I think I did it the year before. It's James, some other guys that I'm not really familiar with quite yet. Cute girls from other shows that I'm also not quite familiar with yet.
Sound like me.
Because they're on like season 1, but I will
Right.
get familiar. Ariana and Sonia Morgan. And on the guy's side, like I said, James Kennedy, the other dudes, and Captain Jason, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about the night before. And James says to me that I was in Sandoval's room the night before. Do not lie on me, all right? Not a big deal. Not a big deal, but you're doubling down on it. I don't like that shit. Naturally, I freak out.
Yeah.
Sounds about
Got
right.
the finger up.
Fuck you.
I tell him, stay in your lane. I was not there. He goes, well, looked like you were there to me. And your husband was there, Logan. I was like, do I look like Logan to you? Does this look like Logan to you? And he goes, no, but, you're everywhere together. And I go, let me tell you something. We wrapped last night at 11 o'clock. I go to bed at 7. When have I after partied ever in my goddamn life?
Right.
I said, the lies, the lies, the lies.
You
Candy
said-
Burris. I was annoyed. Crowd goes wild, obviously, because, Candy Burris is worldwide, baby. We finally know who was in the room. Sheena. There were investigators on TikTok. There were arrows pointing to Logan, tracking where he was, at what time was he with Lala. Would Lala have been maybe out of the frame? I was not there. By the way, if I was there, I wear whatever I do with pride. And guess what? If I do it and I'm not so proud, I'll tell you I did it and I wish that I wouldn't have. I was not there.
Do you remember him being on stage being like, I can't do his fucking accent. He was saying like, I didn't say you were there. I asked if you were there.
He didn't ask me.
That's what he was saying.
He didn't ask me. He said I chopped his head off and he was rewind, rewind, rewind. Do not. What do I always say?
What?
You got me fucked up.
You should have said that on stage. I love when she says that. She goes, and she'll say it to herself. She's like, you got me fucked up if you think. And I laugh and laugh and laugh because it's so funny to me. Can we talk about more importantly what we learned, though? We learned through that conversation that you were not there, but you were in the elevator
Yes.
with Sir Captain Jason. And he hinted, maybe he didn't hint, but he said there was a little like question mark when he said, and we said goodnight to each other and she left the elevator. Did you?
We said goodnight to each other.
Okay, you went into your own room.
Yes,
Because
I
people
did.
were like, should we see the elevator footage? And honestly, pull the footage.
Should we?
Pull the footage, because I'm asking.
It does make sense, though, why people would think. I don't know what Captain Jason, we're just going to call him Captain.
Okay.
That's hot.
Captain, my
That is
captain.
hot.
Or Jason. Jason's hot, too.
Yeah.
I remember when I just moved to LA, me and Madison, my best friend, talked about how hot the name Jason was for literally 20 minutes. So let's just call him Jason.
Sheesh.
If you look at the video that Tom Sandoval posted, you see the gays,
Mhm.
my husband's. You see Sheena, who has lightened her hair. I've darkened mine. So it does look similar. It's on top of her head. She's in a black sweatshirt. There's something printed exactly where Send It to Daryl would be. Actually, it's on the other side. That's how you know, too, guys, that it wasn't me. Okay? Because I don't wear anything besides Send It to Daryl. There's something printed on this side. She's sitting next to Jason. Okay? So it would make sense that it would be me.
Right.
However, she has a White Claw in her hand. Wasn't me.
Was not, and that's how we know.
That's how we know. So I got into it with him. Girls won. Jerry O'Connell hosted. We won this big tacky trophy that was fabulous.
Do you
They
get to
cheated
keep
on
that?
it.
We didn't cheat, you little fuck.
Cheated. The
You
men
don't
got
get-
screwed again. Fuck.
Oh, no. You don't get to keep that, right? That's like
No.
okay.
We don't get to keep it. But James Kennedy was so sad that he wasn't top 6 hottest men on Bravo.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was like one of the questions. Name
But-
who the audience, because the audience is the one that answered these questions.
Mm-hmm.
But who else can
Hottest
say
on-
he's the number one guy in the group?
Only James Kennedy.
James,
Only
so-
James.
But if you're basing it off of BravoCon, let me tell you something. They all went wild for Captain Jason. I have never seen that show.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start watching now.
I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, wait, what do I like again?"
Right.
Fuck,
Right.
he is
He's-
good looking.
Yes,
He's
he
a
is
handsome man.
No,
very,
yeah.
very handsome.
Anybody who says otherwise, you got to figure it out because he is a handsome man.
And you know what's even better? He's not just handsome. He's kind.
Very.
And he radiates a kindness with his smile and his
He's got a
energy.
good aura
He
around him.
drives or whatever giant boats
Yeah.
called.
I was gonna say drives giant dick energy, but yeah, I guess driving the boat kind of does it too. All right, you could have
How
big
hot
dick
is that?
energy
Could
to
you
drive
imagine?
that boat.
He drives yachts. Lala, we have to get into this.
Do you drive a
conversation.
yacht?
I think you captain the.
He
You're-
cruises yachts. He pilots.
He
No,
He's a
pilots.
pilot.
that's a
No.
plane. You guys, that's a plane.
He's a pirate.
Pilot.
He pilots yachts. He's,
I don't fucking
Pilots.
know. All I know is he parks that thing and
He parks that thing and
is
slips, baby,
Right in
and
the
he
little
fits
garage.
it tight.
in the garage.
No,
in
they
the
got
dock.
garages. They
it's
got garages
from wet
in
ass
the.
pussy. Park that Big Mac truck right in this
Well,
little
yes,
garage.
a Big Mac truck you would park
That's
in a
a
garage.
18-wheeler.
A yacht, you would park a yacht in like a boat slip, I think.
right in this little boat slip. Oh, no.
No, I'm dead.
Ugh,
Where were we? I'm
I
sweating.
don't know.
And I'm a little wet.
Captain, where are you?
Next,
What?
we're walking through the convention center, all right? Because now we're going to Shade Assassins, which is myself, Kenya Moore, who I love and adore, Candace Dillard, who, by the way, would never go up against her in a verbal battle because she's an assassin for real, Sutton, and Margaret, okay? And as we're walking to where we need to go, and I don't know where I need to go. I know the title of where I'm going to be, but I don't know where in the building it is, what I'll be doing. I see my agent with her other client, Bryn
Mhm.
from Roni, Bryn Whitfield. And she goes, Lala, look at my fucking shoes. And I was like, oh no. She shows me and I was like, what happened? And she goes, they got stuck in the escalator. And I was like, oh, where were you on an escalator in this convention center? And she goes, there's an area that they're doing segments where you come down on an escalator. My heels got stuck and ripped off. They had to unbolt the thing to take my shoes out. I was like, thank God you're okay.
I could have ripped their legs off.
Ripped your feet off.
She just gets
And
sucked
she's
in
like,
the elevator.
She's like
escalator.
5'10", baby deer. Could
She
you
is.
imagine?
No, she is. Did you see the video, by the way, of how they got stuck?
Okay.
Keep going.
I
but-
absolutely saw the video.
Okay.
They showed it to me. The one
Mm.
that our agent had, I'm not going to say her name. The one our agent had taken. She was like, you're going to die. So I'm walking. I'm like, holy shit, that's so scary. I walk into where I'm supposed to be and they go, so Lala, you're on escalator 2. I was like, what?
You're next.
I was like, I got heels on. They were like,
Tiptoe.
best of luck. Keep on your heels. And I was like, no,
keep on your
this-
toes.
or keep
Yeah.
on your toes. That's what they
Yeah.
said. Keep on your toes. I was like, we need to talk about this. They're like, nope, we got to go. We're on in 5. You should have seen me on the escalator. I was stiff as a board, just waiting. I
wouldn't look
almost
like
took
it.
them off.
You didn't look like
You
it.
didn't blow a
But-
beautiful kiss to the crowd. You
I
look
know.
like queen.
It would have been funny if you took them off, but your agent did say and held them up while you're.
If I had like beautiful, cute feet and not like supermodel toes, and I call them supermodels because they're kind of long.
There, you have beautiful feet. I've
They're
got
like
the
Jack
trolliest troll
Skellington's
feet.
toes.
Jack Skellington toes.
No, but she
Then I would.
said.
But I was not about. I'm like, I could lose a toe. This escalator is like out for blood.
It was.
Blood.
Blood.
Yes.
This is like the second episode we've said that, and I don't know why, but it's hilarious to me. Blood. Your agent did say that she watched your face as you were coming down, and you did look terrified, but Easton and I were there watching, and I thought you looked natural as can be.
Yep.
So I don't know
Wouldn't have known, but I would have been
Wouldn't have known.
I would have been scared as
I would have
shit.
been horrified.
I got a message
Horrified.
from Captain Jason.
No, you didn't. Lala,
it
right
say?
now, a DM. Breaking news.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, no. You got to give us some of the tea.
Yeah.
We're going to focus. I'll give tea later.
Okay.
Remember, chickens before they hatch, you don't count.
Okay.
Let's focus on the now and what happened at BravoCon.
Okay.
So I get down the escalator, fine. Everyone does. And then I'm pulled over to this wheel, right? Shade Assassins. And I'm asked the question, who would you not want to be stuck on an elevator with? I say Judice. And if I was in there with Judice and Louis, which is her husband, it would be a real fucking nightmare.
Oh.
Keep in mind, I ended up apologizing to her, right? Teresa has been nothing but kind to me always. And I said something about her husband, Louis, in the past. And whether Louis is a great guy, not a great guy, doesn't matter. I don't know him. I've watched him on TV. I know that when I've said hi to him in the past, he has been kind. Teresa has been amazing. Her children are fantastic. So I slide in her DM the next day. I'm just going to tell you this. I slide in her DM the next day. Again, we share a hair person. And I know that Lena is very loyal to Teresa. And I love that. I never want to put anyone in a difficult position. I also never want to hurt someone's feelings who doesn't deserve it. Okay? So I sent her a DM, and I won't say exactly what I said, but it's important and you guys will see this next season on Vanderpump Rules, that I'm still working on this. But especially back then, everything is a red flag to me. And it has made it, even now, it's gotten better, very intense for me to be around men, especially in an environment where we're getting to know each other on an intimate level because of the past. So I let her know, like, I'm working on it. I know that I project. I have nothing but respect for you, and I hope that we can start fresh. I also want to go back to what I said to Ariana when we did Battle of the Sexes, when I put James on blast, because if you remember the day before, I was very upset at him, or I was very upset at the booing, right?
Right.
And so then we're here, and I'm pissed that he's saying I was in Sandoval's room when I wasn't. I said to Ariana, here's the deal. This was on stage. I said, I may say things that don't land right with you. I like to think I'm a pretty logical person. Who knows? I'm going to say things as I see them. But just because I may say X, Y, and Z does not mean that I'm going to go hang out with this person. Okay? I love you. I'm loyal to you. But I'm always going to call it like I see it. I'm also going to speak from my experience, even though sometimes that may not land. And she was like, I know. I get it. So I don't know if I don't think she's upset at Sheena. Sheena did want to go to talk to Sandoval about something that he had said in an interview about Ariana. You guys, I want to celebrate the fact that we have hit, this is our 100th episode of the Give Them Lala podcast.
What does mom do?
That's at least
when she wins.
When she wins anything.
I love her. Happy 100. This is huge.
That
Thank
is.
you.
Congratulations to all of us
Thank
for,
you.
for
And
putting this on.
That's 100 episodes since Lala has gone solo. To celebrate, I have opened the floor via Instagram to an AMA. Jessica, what are our questions?
Okay, well, like you thought, we have a lot of questions about the one and only Captain Jason, which we'll save for the end. But
Okay.
the first one, and I know you kind of hit on this, but I'm seeing a few, is tell us about your fashion for BravoCon. Another one, did you use a stylist? And I know you've talked about it, but to set the record straight, did you use a stylist? How'd you find your BravoCon looks that people were obsessed with?
Can I say?
Yeah.
I don't know where it was, but the outlets.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Bang.
I did not use a stylist. No.
She is her own stylist. Come on now.
For me, I feel like a stylist is kind of a waste of money. And here's why. A stylist can run $1,800 and up, and that's just the stylist fee. And that's like a stylist who's kind of like not really well known. The really high-end ones are thousands upon thousands of dollars. And then you ask them to pull looks, and then that's a fee.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, you got to return the look after. So for me, I'm like, I want to ball, but I want to do it on somewhat of a budget. And there is an outlet in between Morongo Casino and Palm Springs, 20 minutes away from my house. And these kind of outlets, y'all, they got everything under the sun, from like Lululemon and Nike to like my most favorites, Tom Ford, Balmain, Burberry, Gucci. And
They got amazing. It's great there.
Had a heyday. It was not intended for BravoCon because I don't really go shopping, and it's just not in me. I always think I'm going to shop for this, and then I get lazy and I'm like, I don't even fucking care.
Right.
And it happened again this year. I don't know how I pulled it off, honestly. It was the night before. I had to work all the live-long day Wednesday. I got home at 6:30, was freaking exhausted from Vanderpump interviews.
We all packed as a family with her.
We packed as a family.
Yeah.
I literally looked in my closet. I was like, everything that I just got from the outlets is going. It's all matching sets, and we're calling it a day.
We were going through it, and it's like the zip-up bag for like the nice clothes, and she just like unzips it, and she goes, "I'm just taking it."
Take
zips it
it
back up and
all.
just puts it in.
I didn't know where. Keep in mind, Lena, my hair girl, because I always do my own face. I don't let anyone touch my face. Hair, great. I said to Lena, because she asked me like a month ago, what are your looks? Because I booked her well in advance. I was like, I'll let you know. She texted me Tuesday and was like, hey, babe, what are your looks? I was like, I'll let you know. Sent her my looks Thursday night when I landed in Vegas. I was like, so this is what I'm wearing. Don't know what I'm wearing where, but here they are.
Well, congrats,
Thank
because it looked like you planned them for months. Everyone was obsessed. They were stunning. So, yeah,
Thank
congrats
you.
on those looks.
Day one, Friday was Burberry.
With the
shoes.
printed Burberry, right?
Yes, like the cozy, the one that MJ said, this is what you chose, with Jean Vito Rossi shoes. I'm obsessed with them. I wear them with everything. I have so many fucking shoes, and for some reason, these just make every look very sleek and chic AF. That night, I wore the Balmain with the same shoes. Next day, we were in something really cute from like Bloomingdale's, because I didn't have anything that night. The next day was Burberry again with the same shoes. But day 2, I had the Alexander Wang shoes on.
Right.
Oh, let me tell you this real quick. The bag. So everyone knows I spend money, aside from the times that I go to the outlets. I'll drop mad money on clothes. But usually I don't. I spend money on shoes and bags. I brought a bag that was cute. It was like a knockoff of something, but I was like, it'll go with everything. I take it. I haven't worn it much. I'm like, this is going to snag everything because it's a cheap bag. So I sent my mother out. I was like, you have to get me a bag that's fabulous today. So she goes out. She sends me a picture of this like beautiful Valentino bag. I said, just grab it. My Amex was already on her.
What?
Oh yeah.
My
What's it?
goodness.
Even
Yeah.
Lauren's friends, Candace and Kristen, they were like, "Oh, so you're just gonna put that? Like, she'll just pay you back?" And Lisa goes, "Oh no, I have her credit card."
My health.
I was prepared.
Well,
All
it
right.
was a stunning bag. A lot of best and worst moments of BravoCon for you. Moments, like one of your best, one of your worst. And one says best and most awkward moment. So
I would say the most awkward moment was anytime I would see Garcelle from afar.
okay.
I saw her son waiting outside of the ladies' restroom when I was going to go in there, and I was like, nope, we're holding it. We're holding it.
And this is still from what we all saw on Vanderpump Rules last
Yeah,
season.
because Bravo's
Okay.
supposed to be fun. I don't want any awkward moments. I would say
Right.
that's the only one. Like everything else, I was kind of in my zone. There wasn't one thing about BravoCon that I didn't love. I had the best time.
I liked
Great.
it in
I
Vegas
really
a lot more
did.
than New York.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
too.
Did you like it in Vegas?
I loved it in Vegas,
Vegas was
and
way better.
a lot of people said that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like more of a party, and New York felt more like a conference.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
So I
Okay.
enjoyed it.
Okay.
Well, and then people could go to shows. Like Kenya invited
Yes.
me to Usher second night, and I was like, I have my whole family here. I'm so sorry. And then I saw the video, and I commented, I was like, I should have ditched my family.
On Sunday, I saw a couple of people from, I don't know which one, but they were at the Michael Jackson. They were going into the Michael
Yeah,
Jackson.
so it's just fun, you know?
There
I
was just a lot of
wish,
things. I like how
to do.
everything's close. Like when we were in New York, it was like 20 minutes because we had to go from meatpacking district somewhere else. And it was just always,
Right.
it was always something. And Vegas was just easy.
Okay.
One road.
What's the next question?
I mean, do you want to get into, because they're all
Let's get into it.
Captain Jason, you already know. Tell us about Captain Jason. What's the status of you and Captain Jason? The
come
deets
here.
on the photo of you and Captain Jason when you actually first met him, all of them.
I first met him. Well, I was first introduced to who this person is through you guys because you slid into the podcast DMs talking about me and him.
Right.
Then at BravoCon, apparently he was mentioning my name.
Right.
And then at the Bravos, Andy brings him down and is like showing him all the women, and then they end on me. And I was like, oh, well, hello again, buddy. We had a really nice conversation when I first checked into the hotel. We talked about our kids. He was very sweet. We have not hooked up.
Okay.
He's very handsome, obviously, and that's what I'm going to say.
Are we supposed to ignore the fact that you just said mere moments ago that he hit you up?
Yeah, we're going to ignore that for now.
Oh, I
We're
want to
going to ignore that for now.
Is this just a TBD?
This is a TBD.
Okay.
This is a TBD, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just say
We have so much content on this episode. I think we just save it for a later date.
Let's do it. I think he's hot. I think you guys are stunning together of the photos we took when he walked in. That was not, because I saw a question, that was not planned, by the way. Lala.
I was like, how have you and I, like, not taken a picture together? And as I'm leaving BravoCon and he's coming in, I was like, you, get your fine ass over here.
You did. He had no idea she was standing there. It's not like he walked it. Yeah, it was cute. And there's that. What do you think about him, Easton? Do you think he's a good brother-in-law material?
Oh, my house.
Couldn't he be my father? Fuck. How old is he?
He's like 50.
But 50 and looking like 30.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this
Yes.
man, but if he is interested, go
He's got an accent, too. It's like, Aussie accent. Raw, hello. I can't do it, but it's like down under, like alligators.
That's what Lauren wants him to do.
crocodile. Go down under. Oh, my God. It's getting spicy in here.
I'm dying. I will say, I saw Sonia from Atlanta as I was walking out with her cute little bump. And I gave her a little bump all the love. And I was like, I'm so happy for you. And I said, hold up, let me see your earrings. And she has my same earrings in that say just an L and a V inside of a hoop. And I was like, they're in the wrong way. You got to switch them. And she was like, really? And I was like, I know this because I'm looking at them, but I also have the same ones. She's like, when I put them in, they looked right. And I was like, looking in the mirror. Yeah, that's what fucks me every time, too.
And
she was like,
team.
you're a good friend. She looks at, I think it was her stylist or something. She goes, this is a good friend. I was like, I got you, girl. You look good.
You are a good friend.
Right. Well, that's like having food in your teeth and no one telling you. It's like, at what point can somebody be nice to me and tell me I look like a fucking idiot?
I didn't want her to have a Luann moment where Luann filmed an entire day with Nell Cha. When it was supposed to be Chanel. I was like, who is allowing her to wear the earrings the wrong way right now? Y'all are mean.
No.
You read left to right,
Yeah.
left to right.
That's hilarious.
So that happened. It was a fantastic BravoCon. I hope that everyone enjoyed it. I'm very excited to talk about instead of it just being the ache and relief of the week, it's going to be the ache of BravoCon and the relief of BravoCon.
Love that.
Am I starting us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
I can't even think of an ache. It was all so great.
And let's try to keep them quick.
Let's keep
because
them
I want to say one thing at the end of this podcast. So I loved every single thing about BravoCon, not one complaint. However, it did bum me out, the hotel situation, and it's exactly what I thought it would be like. Because the hotels are larger, I didn't run into one Bravo leb in the hallways. It was very like you got to the hotel, you may see people in the casino or the lobby, but it was very different. I would say that was my ache of BravoCon, which is pretty good. I think that's a great ache.
Yeah. You want to see people more.
My relief of BravoCon is my friend, Gertie, from Real Housewives of Miami, has announced that she is cancer-free.
Woo!
That gave me
God bless
chills.
you, angel face.
It's amazing.
We're so happy. I would say that was the best video to see for me of BravoCon. Everything was fantastic, but to see that like someone who I've watched, who I've come to really care about, is healthy.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
All right, TT, you're up.
My ache of the week, I mean, it's a stretch for the BravoCon because I really don't have one. It was amazing. Everybody was amazingly nice. So, I mean, the only thing that sucked was just the traffic for F1. That was the only bullshit. Everything was taking forever to get
So
to.
bad.
That's true.
But, like,
It
that's
was
the
really
only
bad.
ache. Like, I don't have
Amazing.
anyone. But, yeah, my relief was just the people. Everybody that was there was so nice.
Everyone
I
loved
felt
you.
great. I know. I was taking photos. Thank you, everybody. I felt very
Easton,
great.
one day, the whole reason he got in because his wristband, someone didn't recognize it.
This was on Saturday, I want to say. But we were walking up and we were going through the talent, and I knew damn well I wasn't going to get in. I was just going to try and then go around another. So I'm sitting there and I was like, hey, can I get in through this way? I've come in every day. And they were like, what wristband? So I show them my wristband. They're looking at this thing like it didn't even fucking come from them. They were like, where'd that come from? So I'm standing there and I was like, I can just go around. And right when I was about to, everybody, like there was like 5 or so people just yelling, Easton! So the dude looked over and he was like, all right, you can come in. Yeah.
He got in because he's got fandom.
I'm part.
So thank
He's
you
a
guys for
Bravo
yelling my
celebrity.
name. I know, that was the only point. I was like, wow, I'm
you guys
famous
got
in here. This
Easton
is
into
wild.
BravoCon.
Yeah,
Hell
they
yeah.
really did. Else I would have been just standing out there with you guys in line going, hey.
Like a dumbass. Just kidding.
Bravo, people.
But that was mine.
Yeah.
Jess.
All right. Jess,
My
you're
relief was just meeting everyone. Everyone was so nice and amazing and would come up and be like, you don't have a big forehead, or I like your voice. And I just died because it was hilarious. I loved you all. And then my ache was freaking, you know how much I talk about the comments by celebs girls. I look at their story as I'm on my way out of Vegas. They're literally must have been standing right next to me when you were in that press room. Had no idea. So I missed meeting them. That would have been, I know. And I DM'd them and I was like, oh, you were there? And they were like, yes. I don't know what they look like. So it's not like I would have, anyway. So that was my ache.
Oh, you guys, what a fun pod.
What a fun pod.
This was a
The
fun. I
best
was looking
pod.
forward to this pod even on the plane, thinking we're
He
gonna
was.
land and go straight there. I was like, nope, I'm gonna. And I was sick on the plane.
Yeah.
Very
and I was
fun
like, you better
flight.
pull it together. We got BravoCon to talk about on podcast.
It got me going though.
After we've had Bravo celebrities and all things Bravo shoved down our throats, which we love, and we also take it like a champ and swallow. Good job, y'all.
Just you two.
I want to say this. Something popped up on my feed that the LA Times ran with Bethany Frankel. Obviously, she's going in, right? And she's talking about the drinking aspect. There's a lot of things she's talking about slamming Bravo. I want to say this. I have been in the Bravo universe for about 10 years now. It has been absolutely fantastic. Before I was on Bravo, I watched it. And I watched these women go from very subservient housewives to women who have been empowered, who have found their voice. Their men kind of fade into the background while they become stars, start businesses, have people love them and relate to them. I think Bravo is a tremendous platform that I am honored to be a part of, and I resent what Bethany Frankel is doing. Okay? I don't know the ins and outs. I just know this aspect of what she is saying, that Andy Cohen pits women against each other. Andy Cohen doesn't do shit. We do something on camera, and what we do is then edited together. No one is responsible for our actions and what comes out of our mouths except us. Okay? The drinking that Bethany wants to say they're encouraged to drink. I have been watching Roni for a very long time. And Bethany shoved her alcohol down everyone's throats every chance she got. Skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl, skinny girl. To the point you didn't see anything else. Took her cast to Mexico to tequila taste. As she said, we've been training all of our lives for this moment, aka the amount of alcohol we're going to drink. Not Bravo's idea, your idea. I have seen this company that she's built, hundreds of millions of dollars. I think it was $150 million that Bravo promoted for you on the show. I think that part is gross. Not the fact that she built something beautiful and amazing, but that she could slam such an incredible platform that she had. I've been sober on this show for 5 years. Not once has any producer, executive, anyone a part of the production company, the network, ever tried to get me to drink. They have all been incredibly supportive to the point where when I celebrated 5 years and we were shooting main titles, they said, Lala, we need you back in. We had wrapped. They said, Lala, we need you back in. We just want to see if you like the final take. I was like, oh, they're giving us so much power this season. I walk back in. There's people from Bravo there, a couple people from NBC, and our production company, Evolution. And they bring out cupcakes and sing happy birthday to me. So not only have they never tried to get me to drink, they also celebrate my sobriety. Anytime I've done Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen and the producers say, we only have water. Your cup will be to the left or to the right. It's water. It's water. Everyone knows that I am sober, a part of this big Bravo universe. So I really, really felt the need to put that out there, that I am extremely blessed to be a part of Bravo. I love NBCU, and this platform has done incredible things for me. So I love you all. I hope everyone enjoyed Bravo. You guys have all been freaking fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Happy 100 episodes, y'all.
Whoop, whoop, woo!
Thank you guys for listening and supporting us.
Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you next week.